Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we're going to be discussing the Apple Watch, and not just any Apple Watch, the Series 2 actually. And we're going to be seeing if the Series 2 is actually worth it in 2021 when we have already the Apple Watch 6, the Apple Watch SE, and probably the Apple Watch 7, which is rumored to come out in a few months. We're going to be mostly discussing the functionality of it, if it's relevant, a few pros, a few cons, and then conclude whether you should still actually buy it or not. Stay tuned. So first of all, the Apple Watch Series 2 came out in 2016. This is almost a 5-year-old watch now, but to me, it really doesn't seem like a 5-year-old watch. I've actually been using this every single day since it came out. And the reason why it doesn't feel old to me is because it doesn't lag. It's still almost the same. The only biggest downside, in my opinion, about the older series Apple Watches is that they don't have Watch OS 7. So you don't receive those big updates anymore. You still do receive the security updates every now and then, which are, I believe, good enough. But the main updates, you won't be receiving them. They are still compatible with every iPhone out there. I use an iPhone XS and it's perfectly compatible with it. You have the application which basically allows you to change the settings, and this is where you can see the watch, the gallery, basically the face gallery. Majority of the faces are available, except a few of them which are only available on the newer models. But I think that's about it. That's the only difference. For the most part, when you receive a big update, what I've noticed is that there's only one or two things or one or two functionalities which will actually make a difference. And the rest of the updates are really, really small where you don't even notice them. So I don't think it's a big deal. For me, at least using this in 2021, I really haven't had any issue so far. And as I was saying, I use this every single day. It's great for receiving messages, updates. You can just basically, you don't have to take out your phone and you can just look at your messages, or you can actually read complete messages from here as well. You also have the option of replying, but I don't recommend that because it's a hassle. You can actually receive calls directly from this. If you're paired with your phone, you are able to pick up, receive, and talk to people directly from here. When you're not near your phone, or it's not with you, or you're driving, or you're doing something where you cannot attend to your phone immediately, it really does come in handy. Another thing that I want to talk about is actually it's a really rugged device. It's really durable. I mean, you can actually see that I've actually put up a lot of scratches to it. It's not in the best of conditions, but I've actually hit it so many times. I've hit the screen so many times. There are a few scratches here and there, but they're not noticeable. They're not obscuring anything. The functionality is still the exact same. I've scratched it up against the wall many times. I've hit it against the door many times coming in and out. And thankfully, it's still going strong. A few more of the features you can actually see here this is actually water resistant, and not actually water resistant, but actually this is swim proof. So I used to swim with this. I take a shower with this all the time. I sometimes forget I have it on. If you want to expel water out of it, there's a really unique way of doing it. You can actually press this button, and once you do it, it's going to ask you to turn your crown. You can actually feel the sound coming through it, and the water is actually expelled through these speakers. So it's a very unique way of expelling water if you swam with it, or if you were in the water, or if you took a shower with it. So that's another great feature which actually allows you to swim, record your laps, your activity. The best part that I like about it is actually the heart rate monitor. And I think that's one of the best features in this, especially for those countries that have given the update where you can use this as an ECG, machine monitor, whatever you want to, name it, where you can actually see if there's anything wrong with your heart, or at least, you can detect something. And I've heard news about people actually going into emergency because their Apple Watch detected something, and on multiple instances heard that it helped save lives, which is truly amazing. The ECG monitor is actually just an update. It still works on the Apple Watch 2. If you have it in your country, you will be actually able to use it because it's not something that's built into the Apple Watch. It's actually an update. And for the countries that do have it, I think it's a really, really useful app. The battery life is also decent. It gives me about a day to a day and a half of battery life on a full charge, which is not bad. And the new ones actually give you a much better battery life because they're optimized and the chip is much better in that one. But still, a day and a half, a day to day and a half is actually not bad at all. So I charge it every other day, and by the time I'm charging it, it's usually just at the very last bit where it's on power saver mode. So it really gives me a full day and a half, which is not bad, and it's usually fully charged within an hour and a half at the most. Another function that I wanted to show you guys is actually the trigger or pinging word of the iPhone, where you can actually ping your iPhone if you put it somewhere that you don't remember, which happened to me quite a few times. I forgot where I put it up. What I used to do is I just used to go to the settings and I used to press the ping button, and as you guys could hear, it actually gives up the location. It's a small feature, but it's a really useful feature for some. And it has a few other handful of features which actually you can use and customize in settings as well. When it comes to the faces, you have a lot of choices. You can either do it from your iPhone, or if you have them added here, you can actually just add one. If you press this, it gives you the option to actually look at the options that you have on your phone, and based on that, you can actually just add one and customize it according to your liking. So let's say that we go with this one. Chose this one. Now, if you want to edit it, if you want to edit the screen or the watch face, you go to customize. All the settings are done with the crown, so it allows you to actually put in different options. So if you want to change the color, you can actually change it as well. So you have shortcuts here which you can customize. If you want to put whatever you have here. So you have the heart rate monitor, you have your calories count. It's also customizable with other applications that you have on your Apple Watch. So you can actually add those as well over here. So if you want to look at the weather or your phone, quick access to other functions of your Apple Watch, you can actually set it up over here. And similarly over here as well. So now we come to the conclusion. Should you buy it? I actually believe it's totally worth it, especially if it's your first Apple Watch, or if you're gifting this to someone that still hasn't gotten into the Apple Watch game. And it is a great first Apple Watch. I believe it serves the full functionality of the newer ones as well, except maybe for a few functions or features that honestly you won't notice at all. Another thing that I didn't mention is you actually have the interchangeable straps with this, so you can always change them. I have a few here that I bought. These two are aftermarket. I actually bought the Nike edition of the Apple Watch, Nike Plus, which has a few extra features. It actually allows you to track your your running times and lap times and those sort of things. So you can actually change this, and every time you go out, if you have a few of these, everyone will think that you have a new watch every single time. Obviously not, but it's great that you have the availability of actually customizing this every once in a while. If you're bored of one color, you can always go out and get another one. And yeah, it does actually support Siri. So if you're looking to speak to Siri, have something done, you can actually long press the crown button, and you can actually see, yeah, you can actually tell it to do stuff for you, and you can actually get that functionality as well from Siri. Though those are my impressions of the Apple Watch. As I did mention, I am still using it. This is an everyday carry for me. It's something that I've been using for the past 4 years easily, and I'm not tired of it. I still haven't considered upgrading because I don't see much of a change or much of difference. You can always buy the latest and greatest gadgets out there. But I personally don't think it's worth upgrading at the moment, at least for me. And it serves its purpose very well. When it comes to the Apple Watch, this is not a power device. You're not going to be editing on this. You're not going to be multitasking on this. It's just an accessory where you can tell your time, you can record your laps, you can record your workouts, you can receive calls, you can attend to SMS, attend to different messages that you receive. And overall, it's a really, really useful, handy device. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts. If you have one or if you're planning to buy one, this video did help you in making a decision if you're looking to buy. Honestly speaking, I've seen a lot of people say that they're still using the Apple Watch Series 1 and it's still working like a dream. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be ashamed or don't be afraid of using an older watch. You don't always have to have the latest and greatest. Obviously it's nice, but in my opinion, I don't really think that it matters as much as you think maybe it matters. It's much more about you and what you like. So if you're planning on getting into the Apple Watch game, if you want to stay in a budget, this is a very, very good starting point for a lot of you out there. And thank you guys for watching. As I did tell you guys, it is a new channel, so I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please give it a like, subscribe. It really, really means a lot. If there's anything that I should have done different, if there's anything that I should improve on, please do let me know, because your feedback will help me improve in my videos. So thank you again for watching. I hope you guys have a nice one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.